So here's the scoop. Some idiot kid named James is filing a class action lawsuit against GameStop. Now, GameStop does have a few practices I consider shady, even though I do kind of understand them. I'm not going to rant about that, though. I'll save it for another time. I really don't care that much. Here I'm going to talk about a very moronic class action lawsuit and a great little example of why this country is just going nuts. No one can just own up to their stupid mistakes. So James Collins finds his way into a GameStop. He wanders around and decides to pick up Dragon Age Origins. A decent choice, I must say myself, as it is a fine BioWare RPG, although seriously, snag the PC version if you ever have the chance. But anyway, the $59.99 new copy is quite brutal on what I can only imagine is his mother's wallet, so he decides to snag up the used version instead for $54.99. Wow, such a great deal. Jamesy here is making such a nice contribution to the GameStop Corporation, helping them keep the lights on at each and every location, every square mile. Whatever, who cares? So he bought the game, so I guess hopefully he enjoys it. So this class action lawsuit claims that GameStop is fraudulently, unfairly, unlawfully, and deceptively misleading consumers at the time of their purchase to believe that the game comes with free downloadable content when in fact it does not, and that was in quotations. Basically, the suit is being filed over the fact that the downloadable content that is promised on the box is not available to secondhand buyers unbeknownst to those consumers. Just to reiterate, for those who aren't fully aware of what we're talking about here, first-time buyers of Dragon Age get a free DLC that costs $15 when you buy it used. It's an interesting approach by the industry to encourage new game sales so that the developers make money off of video games rather than the used game shops. So let's just take a closer look at the back of Dragon Age Origins. Oh, look, here it is. It's an asterisk. It says one-time use code available with full retail purchase. Expires April 30th, 2010. Huh, one-time use code. Huh, he bought the game used. Wow, shocking. Who could have ever foreseen this? You know, I don't think James should have bought this game. Dragon Age requires moderate reading skills and the ability to solve simple problems. I think that's the biggest problem here. And where are the parents? What's mom doing letting James out of the basement and into the real world to do adult type things like file lawsuits? That's grown-up stuff. Yeah, basically, James is an idiot. Everything is perfectly spelled out. You know what's nice, though? GameStop allows its consumers of used products to return any used game up to 7 days after the original purchase. If your game is damaged, or you are not satisfied with the product, or you just need the money back to buy yourself some more Funyuns, they got your back. Your money is returned, and all is right with the world. Apparently, this was just not enough for James. In his lawsuit, he complains that 7 days is not enough time for him to wrap his brain around these simple concepts. Getting off of his ass to actually stick the game in the console must have winded him in a way that must have just taken days for him to recover. Seriously, I doubt a person like this is an actual positive contributing member to society, so he must have a lot of free time, so I do not know what his argument is. You want to know what he actually did? He bought the game, as we know, for $54.99. He then decided to buy the DLC for $15. Then, because he was unhappy, he tried to return the game to buy a new copy so that he could get the DLC for free, even though he already bought it, and I know for a fact that they do not refund DLC at all. What an idiot. Seriously, do we really need to be giving businesses such shit over such stupid little issues? When did this become acceptable in our society? So the kid's out a couple extra bucks because he couldn't hold himself back from buying downloadable video game content. Wow, let's just all weep and cry a river. This is stupid as hell. James and his entire family should be hanging their heads in shame for just making such a fuss over such an act of stupidity. James should be grateful for this experience because it is a true life lesson. Read the fine print and think things through. If you don't learn this early on, when it comes around to buying a house or renting an apartment or purchasing a car or whatever, you're going to get yourself screwed, and with actual serious money. This idiot is the reason why companies need to plaster idiotic warning labels all over everything. This stupid ass moron is actually driving up the cost of used video games at GameStop, which we all complain about. You want to know why this store is giving you $5 for a game that they then turn around and sell for $40? Beyond just keeping the lights on and paying their employees, they need to battle stupid ass court cases like this. It is insane. The world is filled with morons. Thanks for watching, and tell all of your friends about this channel. Check out my reviews and be sure to reserve yourself a copy of Halo Reach because, you know, it might be just really difficult to buy and it'll take months for them to get it back in stock. Yeah. I actually worked there for a very short period of time, and an actual fellow employee of mine, actually he was the third key holder, which is what they call basically third in command, kind of manager, but just enough to degrade him and not really give him an extra, you know, boost in pay. He was telling people that it was going to take people like 3 months or up to 6 months for them to get Vice City back in stock once the initial pre-orders are out. Thanks for watching.